On Tuesday mornings at 6 a.m. for the last 4 years, pre-COVID, during COVID, and now post-COVID, I meet with a group of guys who've become my closest friends. Each week, we hold each other accountable for certain practices all of us want to repeat as husbands, fathers, and men of faith. The camaraderie is infectious, and a fair amount of good-natured ribbing takes place as we pursue, imperfect as we are, the priorities that are important to us. These weekly meetings create what I call a cadence of accountability, the second step on the path of being a great sales coach. Hello, I'm Bill Zipp, and I help sales leaders achieve long-term success with a people-centered approach to performance. This is video 2 in a 5-part series on how to be a great sales coach. A cadence of accountability is the consistent check-in all of us need to be the best version of ourselves. Human nature, being what it is, proceeds from order to disorder if left on its own. So too sales performance. Weekly one-on-ones with your reps stops disorder in its tracks. Unfortunately, I've discovered in 20 years of consulting that this is the first thing that gets canceled in a busy sales leader's life. Don't let that happen. Why? Because the accountability weekly one-on-ones create make them the single most important thing you can do as a sales leader to impact performance. The single most important thing. What do you do in these meetings? Here's a simple template hundreds of sales leaders like you have followed in their weekly one-on-ones. First, talk about progress. Progress on what? Progress on a rep's sales process goals, the weekly workouts we spoke about in the first video of this series. The focus in this part of your coaching session is on past performance and sets the trajectory for the rest of the meeting. If you're having a sales one-on-one for the first time, define individual sales process goals. Then, every one-on-one after this one, start by checking in on progress related to them. Then talk about plans. The focus in this part of your meeting is not on the past, but on the future. That is, given the progress this person has made related to their process goals, what are they going to do in the next few weeks to maintain that progress? Or even expand on it. Don't let this conversation skip like a stone across the surface of a pond. Drill down to identify tangible, measurable steps of action to take in the immediate future to continue to make developmental improvements. Next, your coaching session shifts to the present, as in right now, what problems are getting in this rep's way and how are they doing personally? Find out what you can do to remove any obstacles that may exist in this person's sales world and listen intently to what's going on in their personal world. A slight variation of this order occurs when you have a salesperson who's highly relational. He or she may not be able to adequately discuss past problems or future plans until they told you how they're doing personally. If that's the case, and in my experience, about half the time it is, I start with how they're doing personally and then move to progress plans and problems. I give this counsel with a warning, however. If you too are highly relational and you start with how your people are doing personally, it's entirely possible to burn up 15 minutes or more talking about last week's soccer match or an upcoming birthday party. That's not the point of this portion of the meeting. It's simply to stay checked in with each other's life. If more time is needed, go to the pub after work. Within this framework now, it's incredibly important that you show up in a certain way. That's the topic of my next video on how to become a great sales coach, mastering the art of active listening. Please subscribe to this channel so you don't miss a single session, or better yet, schedule an appointment with me to discuss your specific sales challenges, because every salesperson deserves a great sales manager. Thanks for watching.